So our next job is to install the bridge. Now we're installing a tunematic style bridge on this guitar, which means we've got bushings that go into these holes pre-drilled, and then the post screws in like so, and that means the bridge is height adjustable. We don't have a stop tailpiece as you'll often see with a tunematic bridge. In this case we're using a floating tremolo, a Mustang style floating tremolo. So first we'll install the bridge, our ground wire, and generally when we've got a guitar with a tunematic style bridge, you've got a ground wire that feeds into or feeds through one of the holes of the bridge. So I'll just bring the camera down just to show that. You generally see a very small hole. So as you can see, this one is just where that drill bit is, and that goes through, and from there that will come into the wire, will feed through that hole there and through that hole and into the electronics cavity, and that'll allow us to ground out our wiring. So just get the camera positioned again. So the first thing we need to do is get that ground wire in place. So as you can see, I've removed just some of the PVC on that wire, and then I'll thread it through that hole. And that'll feed through there and into the electronics cavity. And you just leave that loose for now. I like to cut these wires a little bit longer just so I can got some control from the other side as well. And what I often do is just put a little hook on the end of the bare wire. And the idea is we want that wire then to sit hard against this metal bushing, and that will ground out the signal. So from here we just install the bushing. They sometimes take a little bit of encouragement. Just going to tap that in using my mallet, so there'll be a little bit of noise unfortunately, but you can see obviously take the adjustable post out first. Definitely have a piece of timber or something like this between your hammer. If you're using a rubber mallet it won't matter so much, but I still like to avoid denting the finish. So another way you can do it, if you've got a piece of ply or something, you can just drill a hole just slightly larger than the width of the post hole, and you can protect the top of the guitar like so. And the bridge itself will be in a separate little bag that just sits on top. So our next job will be to install our floating tremolo system here. So these are fairly simple. The arm goes in like so, and they're spring loaded at the back, and as we turn it just adjusts the tension on the strings, which gives us a vibrato effect. Okay, so to install the bridge, I've positioned the Jazzmaster bridge to the back of the cavity. What I've done is push that as far back as I can, and there's no sideways movement then, and I've just secured that in place with some tape. And just the same as we've installed the other hardware, only this time I'm using a slightly bigger screw. I'm just marking the location of those holes